Hi guys, my name's Margie and I'm here in the painting and drawing studio here at Artworks, and today I'm going to teach you a little bit about color mixing and color theory with paint. Okay, so we're going to start out by mixing some colors today, and we'll start out with the primary colors. So we'll start out with blue, red, and yellow, and those are the primary colors. And we'll use those colors to mix secondary colors. So I have a couple of different colors. I have a couple of different blues, and I have a couple of different reds. And then a couple of different yellows. And something that I find helpful when I'm painting is keeping all of the yellows together, all of the reds together, and all of the blues together. So kind of keeping them separate. So if you'll notice on the painting palette, these two yellows are different. These two reds are different, and these two blues are different. And the reason that is because there's a warm and cool version of each primary color. So for example, let's look at this yellow. This is actually the warm version of yellow, and this is a cool version of yellow. This color yellow is called cadmium yellow, and this color yellow is called lemon yellow. And then this is a cool version of red, and this is a warm version of red. This is crimson, and this is brilliant red. And then finally, this is a warm version of blue, which is called phthalo blue, and this is a cool version of blue called cerulean blue. So let's just start out by mixing the secondary color orange. So I'm going to take my cool yellow and I'll mix it with my cool red, and let's see what we get. And something to keep in mind when you're mixing colors, red is a really strong color, so you might not need as much red as yellow. You might need more yellow to make an orange because it's just a very strong, overpowering color. So you get this like really bright orange. And it's actually really pretty. So let's try mixing now the warm colors. So we'll try mixing the warm yellow with the warm red. And once again, you might only need a little teeny tiny bit of red. And I like to use a palette knife, but you might like to use a brush. It kind of all depends. And look, you can kind of see the difference between the two oranges. One might be a little bit brighter than the other. One might be a little bit darker, depending on which yellow and which red you used. It's a lot of experimentation, and just make sure you have fun with it if you're ever mixing colors. Okay, and then let's see, another secondary color that we can mix together is green, and we mix green by adding yellow and blue. So let's try mixing this cool yellow with this cool blue. And another thing to keep in mind is blue is also a really powerful color, so you might only need a speck of blue to get your green. So if you keep mixing it together, you get this really fresh, kind of like an electric green. Kind of a cool color. Okay, so let's try mixing another green. This time, let's use this warm yellow with this warm blue, only a little bit of blue. And let's see how different the green is. Wow. So you can kind of see the difference. This one is much brighter and this one's darker. So once again, that'll depend on whether or not you use like a cool yellow or a warm yellow or a cool blue or a warm blue. It all kind of depends. And then last but not least, let's mix up a purple color. So I'm gonna use this cool red, and I'm gonna use this cool blue. And let's see. And depending on if you use more red, you might get more of a reddish purple. If you use more blue, you might get more of a bluish purple. It's all in your preference. And once again, it's all about experimenting and just having fun with it and realizing that there are literally like infinite amounts of colors you can mix. It's really cool. So you get this like plum kind of purple. All right, and let's try one more. We'll try this time the crimson, so the warm red, with a warmer blue. And let's see what we get. This might be like a deeper purple. I think this purple is my favorite. If you mix it around your palette, you get this really, really pretty violet color. Yeah. So that's like a violet. This is that plum color. Mix up some of these greens and you can really see what they look like when they're spread out on the palette a little bit more. And then finally, we have that orange and this orange. So those are your secondaries. And if you ever wanted to make any of these colors later, you just add a little bit of white. I think that's all for now. Don't forget to clean your brushes and your palettes because it could get pretty messy if you don't. But I hope you enjoyed this video and have a great day.